Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Tonight I just thought I'd give you an update here on my 260Z build I'm working on. I know I hadn't given you guys an update in a few weeks here, and I just want to kind of fill you in on what's going on here. So I've done a lot of things just in between my full-time job as I have time, so it's taken me a little while to get everything together and just been piecing stuff together. But as you can see from the front of the car, I've got the headlight buckets in, the headlights, the front bumper here. I've got it all installed. I've also painted and installed the grille. I'll show you this. I got a light shining behind me so you can kind of see it here. So got that all painted and installed. Now painted the same color as the tail light trim, so it's all going to kind of match to the tail lights there. So did that, and the only thing I've ran into so far that's kind of been a problem is the front valance does not fit. This is what I had to buy. I bought it kind of quickly because I just had to get something and at the time when I was doing this car, this was about the only thing available. But it's actually built different. You can see these are taller standoffs than what the original had. This is the one that actually came off the car, and as you can see, I had it sandblasted. Matt had already started prepping it for body work and everything, but it was just so thin, it's flimsy. It's got a lot of dents in it, some holes drilled in it. It just wasn't in good shape. And so really last minute I bought this thing here and didn't really have time to test fit it. I just bought it and took it over to Matt's, and now since I'm putting the car together, I've realized that it will not work. I've got to do some modifications to it here. But I have found out when this actually changed to that. So as you guys know, we have mossy oak, and we also have a green car, and they're both 971 240Zs. So they're early 72s. And the green car is earlier than the mossy oak. And it's interesting because the green car has this exact spoiler mount. It mounts just like this in the green car. So now there are about 293 cars between the green 72 240 and mossy oak. So somewhere in that 293 range of cars, they made the change from this one to that one. So just something kind of interesting there. So got to do a little bit of modification to this to make it fit, and of course that's not a real big deal. That can happen. But just something I ran into. That's been really the only thing I've ran into so far that's just been different. And of course I should have test fitted all this before I had it painted, and I just didn't because it was kind of rushed, and I was just trying to get this to Matt so he could start doing all the body work and paint. So that's kind of what happened there. But besides that, like I said, that's the only thing I've really ran into. But so I've been working on the front of the car, and also been working on the inside of the car as well. I've continued to put in the kill mat. So here's our kill mat matting all through the floorboards here. I still got to go back and cut the holes out for the rubber plugs that go in the floor. Right now I just got the kill mat over the holes, so they're just open right now. So I got to do that. But as you can see, it's all the way through the floors now. I hadn't done the back of the car. Of course you can see it became a catch-all for parts and stuff here. But I've got it all the way up to the storage compartment here. And I've started cutting out some of the places for like the seat belts and that kind of stuff. So I've got that going on, and I've also got a headliner kit. So this is actually from Motorsport Auto. This is all the foam pieces and the vinyl, as well as the actual headliner. There's all the vinyl down in there. This is all the trim pieces that go around the windshield and go on the upper piece, and then that of course is your actual piece that goes in the headliner. So all that trim you see in that box will go inside this trim here around the inside here, and then of course in your headliner will go up here on the top. So got that to install, and I've also got a carpet kit I'll show you real quick as well. Something else I should show you too right quick. I've actually got my dome light installed, and I got all the switches in. So now when I open my door up, our little dome light comes on. That's also something else that's a nice thing to have working. So here's the carpet I've decided to go with, and this is a New Work Auto kit, and it looks really nice. It's some really nice looking carpet here. But this is what I've chose to use. I decided to go on and use something a little bit different than what would have came in this car. Originally the 260 would have had a vinyl transmission wrap with a diamond pattern, just like what you find in the 240s. But I've decided to go and use a carpet over the transmission tunnel just to give it a little bit more modern feel. And with the sound deadening mat with the carpet, it's going to be even quieter. So I chose to go that route rather than have the diamond pattern vinyl over the transmission. But got that going on. I will have the diamond pattern vinyl over the rear strut towers and everything, though. I'm going to kind of keep that original. Oh, I just kind of like that look back there. Looks really good. But anyways, that's my carpet I've got going on. And of course you can see the box of all the gaskets and stuff I've got extra. And then some of the gaskets for the taillights I still need to put in. And just stuff I bought over the years. There's door components I still got to put together. And then also I've got my glass. I've started getting my glass prepared here. That's my quarter windows out of this car. You can see just how dirty this car was when I got it. It's really hard to believe this is even the same car at this point. But got all that going on. So that's really what I've been up to. It's just been, doing things like that take time. And a lot of the stuff, it takes a lot longer than what you think. It's not just put in there and, apply it. It's some time it takes to do all that. But I'll turn this light out real quick. I've got this light blaring over this way so you guys can see the grill. But I've got all the headlights working. As you can see, I'll turn them on here. I still got to add some relays to my switch. I haven't done that yet. There's our headlights working. Both the high beams and low beams work. As you can see, we got our runner lights. I've got a bad bulb in that one, but the tail lights work. As you guys can see, the tail lights are burning nice and bright. And on the other side of the car, they're working as well. I decided not to do any LED updates yet or anything like that. I really like the look of the warm glow of the original halogen bulbs. But there's our rear light there, and of course that one's out too now. It must have blown a bulb, or I might have unplugged it. I've been working over here on everything, so I have to check that out again. But headlights work. So we got that much of it working there. And of course, last video you guys seen me actually crank this thing up and it ran. But I will pop the hood right quick and show you that grill from the inside. As you can see, I have a pair of bicycles to pop the hood right now. I've still got to work on all that and the mount. I have the hood popped here, and we'll lift it up and I'll show you that grill a little bit better. Of course, my engine as well. Something else I've done too, I had to pull my fuel rail back off. I had a fuel leak. So pulled that back off and just went back through the rail. I just kind of temporarily stuck it on there anyways to test run the engine. And so I took it back apart and I put gas rated Teflon tape on all the barbs for this thing. It was just kind of weeping a little bit around the barbs. So took care of that, and I've also got a braided hose that'll be going here. I've got one made, so I'm going to be changing this to AN6 connectors. Just kind of make it look cleaner, so a little bit more detail to this engine. And I still got to replace all the vacuum lines and all that stuff. As I've mentioned earlier, I hadn't got there yet either. But we'll come down here to the front. You can see that grill. How nice that grill looks across there. I'm really proud of how this thing's turning out. But anyways, that's the front grill. And our engine. Just really happy with it. But I also shut this hood. So I've still got some alignment to do. Like I say, that I'm not finished with all the alignment of the hood. But we can go there and shut it. As you can see, our gap looks pretty good across here. It gets a little bit more narrow on that side over there. So I got to adjust that out. And then also, I've got to lower the hinges just a hair because I've got the hood heads up a little bit higher than the fender on this side versus this side. I adjusted a little bit, but you can also see a gap difference here. So I got to adjust the hood over a little bit. to clear up, to clear up this gap right there. You can see this gap's nice and smooth, and it's even all the way up. And this one here, it's even all the way up, but it's a larger gap on the side, so I got to do some adjustments there. Anyways, guys, I just want to give you an update. I know it's been a while since I've made a video on it, and just working on it as I have time, just doing little things here and there. But it's amazing, like I say, how long some of this stuff takes to do. Just getting things to line up and shim things, and that's a timely process. But anyways, guys, appreciate you watching, and I hope you're enjoying this project as much as I am. And there'll be more to come here very soon. Take care.